Go. All right. Welcome to this week's version of um, Movie Club. Let's catch up. And we had a 3 week hiatus. So it says live, but I'm not broadcasting this.
Well, maybe it just means live, like you're recording live.
Yeah. Okay. Because I couldn't, I thought I had broadcasted the
The
Memories of Murder,
previous one, yeah.
but it
Oh,
didn't, I couldn't find it anywhere.
well, thank goodness, I guess.
Yeah, right. And then I still can't. I have to get my computer. I have to transfer Final Cut Pro on here and then edit it out so I can post it. But anyway,
Gotcha.
so have you taken 2 trips to Oregon since our last?
Me?
Yeah,
Only, only one. I feel like I was doing something else. Uh, I
Hmm.
went to Seattle at one point
Seattle. That's right.
for fun, and
And
then Oregon was not fun at all. Well, I mean, highs and
yeah,
lows. But
Well,
we
you
were
got
going
you
to
got to see
Oregon.
couscous. You get to
Yeah,
FaceTime me while you were
yeah,
in Oregon.
that was great. But so that was definitely the highlight was seeing couscous and FaceTiming Lukey. But we went out to help move Chuck's grandma's in assisted living. She's in rehabilitation from breaking her leg. And then Elton, who's Chuck's grandfather, they're selling that house and moving out. So we were helping him move out of there. So it was a bit of sad circumstances, but definitely was good to see the family and see everybody.
okay.
And just not anybody for our one viewer, um, I'm crying like this because I just came straight from watching the movie. So it's nothing else besides that. And I was icing my face the whole time in hopes that it wouldn't be red and puffy. I had an ice cube on me for like the last 30 minutes of that movie. And I looked at Chuck and I said, "Is it helping?" And he's like, "Yep." Oh, bear with me. Oh,
Okay, no problem.
I feel like every weekly check-in, like I'm having a mental breakdown.
No, not a mental, emotional, different.
Emotional, an
Emotional.
emotional breakdown. So if
So
only
look,
I could
how's the streaming going?
Streaming's
yeah,
going good. It's a slow period, so everyone's
Right,
doing finals and got to study and
right on.
shit to do. So it's been a
oh,
little slow, but it should pick up like a rocket ship during
And
phew.
looks
summer.
like your TikTok subscribers keep going up.
Yeah, always. You already you already know, man. Getting more and more famous by the day.
I liked
Right
your
on.
TikTok video about the lobster. I didn't understand it at all, but I thought it
Oh,
was hilarious.
I was getting attacked by lobsters in that video.
What?
Yeah, I was getting attacked by lobsters.
Really? Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Uh,
Sam,
Um.
how are you?
who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pops.
you.
What's
Oh,
new?
I'm fine. Work is getting in, work is always peaks and valleys. So
Wow, that's pretty
I had the
smooth
weekend
work.
off. That was good. Be working a little bit next week for sure.
Yeah.
Hopefully I can get out of having to work next weekend as well, but we'll see. I mean, it is what it is. So
How is Galveston?
I didn't go. I decided not to go. Yeah,
Oh man.
but it's all right. We'll go.
Sad.
I think Lisa and I are going to start. We're going to go down the first week of December, and
Oh, okay.
we're gonna rent that beach house that we rented last year, and so everybody should try to see if you guys want to start coming.
When?
Um, it'd be the first. I have to double check. So Galveston does this thing called like it's a Charles Dickens market or Charles Dickens fair down, like a
Cute.
Christmas Carol kind of thing. So
Charles
they
Dickens what?
Like,
Charles like
like for Christmas, like a Dickens themed.
yeah.
Because Charles Dickens, he wrote A Christmas Carol, or you might be more familiar with the Muppets adaptation. A Muppet Christmas Carol.
I'm just curious what his dick is in.
Oh.
Luke,
Um, but anyway, so
great
we didn't
house.
know about this last year. So this year we're gonna go down early enough to be able to go see people dress up in like um, Dickens era style
Well,
costumes.
that's
Mm-hmm.
I
funny.
guess you get free admission if you do that, but we're not gonna do that. But for us, it was just so. I mean, the house we rented was right on the beach. I mean, okay, one house up from the beach, but
And
we
is
could
it?
see, and the water in December was still people were still swimming out there.
I was gonna
So
ask, like, is it like clean enough to get in the water?
clean, yeah. I mean, it's the Gulf at Galveston
Well,
area.
I think that's kind of why I was asking. This doesn't seem like
People still go swimming.
Oh, my girlfriend just got back from Texas.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
Where?
she was in Austin,
Oh,
oh,
right on.
nice. Austin's
and
fun.
she got COVID in Texas.
Oh
Oh,
no.
Yeah, she said Texas was a little
ain't nobody wearing masks around here anymore.
yeah.
Same when I went
She
to
said it was kind of
Miami.
lame, honestly. She was like Texas.
But anyway, I'll keep you guys
What?
post. I'll keep you guys posted about
She
that
didn't like it.
that
You
condo
didn't
or
like
that.
Austin, Texas?
I
Huh?
think she liked a little bit of Austin, Texas, but she said it wasn't very diverse.
Austin?
Yeah.
Austin? Okay.
I mean, I come from we come from what, California, and
Yeah. Well, I
Philadelphia.
think
She also says isn't very diverse as well.
really,
California is
Philadelphia?
very diverse.
I feel well, and to be fair, I mean, Denver, Colorado is probably the least diverse of any of those places.
I
So I
felt like
guess,
Aurora was pretty diverse. At least my high school was.
yeah, over by Smoky Hill.
Well, I
Yeah.
don't know what you guys are talking about in terms of diverse. I mean, you lived in 5 Points. You tell me 5 Points wasn't diverse?
I mean, it was certainly diverse, but like growing up at St. Vincent de Paul, I think there were only
Oh,
3 black kids there.
right. Well, that's not a. Okay. All
So
right.
what I should say is my experience growing up in the Denver area was not a very diverse
Right. Well, you
experience
shouldn't
because
use St. Vincent de Paul, a private Catholic school right near Wash Park, as your measure for.
I used where I went to middle
Okay.
school from
Well, what
kindergarten
about
to 8th
Green
grade.
Mountain?
I would say that also was not very diverse at all.
Okay.
I actually remember that high school. As young as I was, every time I was there, I remember like the layout of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like that
That's
ramp
crazy.
by the theater and
So did
I
I ever
remember
tell?
sitting
all
in
those performances.
I remember sitting we were waiting to pick up Atticus, and Dad fell asleep, and he was like burping and farting in his sleep, and it
It's a
was like just
lie.
really gross.
Oh
I
my
was sitting in
god.
the back, and I was just like bored out of my mind. We're waiting to pick up Atticus, and he's like
Man, that's a.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
That was
getting
your
gassed out,
mom.
and I was like,
You couldn't even crack a window.
no.
Did I ever tell you the story about one time I dropped Luke off late?
At his
And
school?
yeah, at his school, and Becky was like, make sure you call them and tell him why he was late. He had a dentist appointment or an orthodontist appointment, blah 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 blah. I was like, all right, no problem. So
Oops.
I'm calling and I'm like, okay, yeah. So Luke O'Gwen, I'm his dad. He's in such and such, and they're like, I don't, we don't seem to have him. I don't, what's his name again? Says Luke O'Gwen. Well, they kept kept looking and looking and looking, and I'm like, well, he's not. We don't have him as a student here. I had fucking called Green Mountain instead of his high school.
Oh my god. Whoops.
Yeah, it was
That's
pretty
funny.
funny.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, I got it worked out.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Uh,
Oh my
uh,
gosh. Woof.
all right. Oh, that's too bright.
Pete!
I didn't mind it. Oh, here's Peter.
Oh.
He said mom's been a real mess all weekend. I haven't been very much fun to be around, if I'm being totally honest.
Why?
Well, I had my last day at Emeritus. I'm so embarrassed. I was so sad to say goodbye to my coworkers since I've just been a mess ever since. Oh, move on. Talk about something else.
Okay, let's talk about the movie.
Did it hurt to watch
Oh,
them go?
That'll help.
well, I mean, I watched them go. Like, did it hurt to hang up on the Zoom meeting? Yeah.
Oh man, that's tough. You're completely justified to feel that way though.
Thank
Feel how you gotta feel, you know?
That's what I've been trying to do, but my God, I don't I don't let myself do that very often. And I think now everything I've been sad about for the past like 5 years is coming out.
Oh,
And then I watched this movie and it got me good. Did you guys cry at all?
no.
I was in an emotional state to begin with, but yes, there were things about it that, well, first of all,
Ugh,
um, okay, well, let's get started. So let's get started on CODA. CODA is, did you guys know what CODA stands for?
no.
Oh my
No.
God, are you serious?
What does it stand for?
Child of deaf adults.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yes.
I thought it was like after the bear from Brother Bear.
No, child of deaf adults.
Well, that's
Gee.
adorable.
Oh, it's directed by Cyan Hayter. It was a 2001 motion picture.
It
Um,
2021.
won. It won the greatest film ever award.
it did win Best Picture for the Oscar for Best Picture, so that's good.
Highest honor.
That's how
Uh,
I found out about it. Well,
really?
and I
That's
just
Oh,
also
been.
how I found out about it.
so you know what's interesting about the? Oh no, that none of us had watched Memories of Murder, right?
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
we
None of
all
us.
watched
None
Memories
of
of.
No, but
us.
none of us had watched it before we did the review.
That's true.
Okay, so so this is good. We're getting two. We have watching new movies for all
Fresh.
of us. I think that's an interesting concept, and
Yeah.
I think it's totally valid. So, uh, Eliza, your choice. I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter, but give us a little synopsis on it
Yeah. So, Coda is
without
about
crying.
a beautiful little teenager named Ruby, who's a part of a four-person family. She lives with her parents and her older brother, and her parents and her older brother are all deaf. She's the only hearing person who lives in the house. So they're a very cute little family, but they work hard for what they have. They're fisher people. Um, I think somewhere in the Boston area or the Massachusetts area.
Yeah,
And the story is about her journey to do something that's just for her and like embrace something that she really loves and makes her feel alive and special, and that's singing. And the story is about like sacrifice or but also encouraging the people you love and to do the things that make them the happiest even if it's hard for you and all of that. It's just a story about family, I think, too, in a lot of ways.
Definitely a story about family.
yeah.
Yeah.
Story
Um,
about the proletariat as well. The working
yeah,
class.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
totally. There's
No,
an element of that for sure.
100%.
I want to know how this choir teacher's making so much money.
Yeah, I said that too. I said that to Lisa. She goes, "Well, you don't know what her she said her husband, but clearly he was married to a woman. But
Yeah, that surprised me, I will say.
so you don't know what she does for a living. Maybe she's a doctor. So
That's a
yeah,
very good point.
but
That's a
I did
very
make that same point. Man, that's a nice
Or
house for a high school music teacher. But
maybe he made his money before becoming a teacher?
he was
that
from
could be.
Mexico. Could be part of the cartel.
Hey.
Okay.
Straight in his. I
Oh,
just got a
speaking
laugh
of,
from Lisa in the other room.
I've been watching Better Call Saul.
Right.
Good.
uh,
Sidebar,
so
sorry.
So yeah, I mean, like I absolutely loved this movie. It destroyed me on every level in the best way. But I'd love to hear what you guys thought about it because it seems like maybe it had a little bit more of an emotional. Maybe I felt some different levels of intensity emotionally watching it than you guys did, which is
so
okay.
I thought. I mean, it's a very very good movie.
Yeah,
Um, I thought the writing was strong enough to carry through with I guess for the lack of a better term, the directness of the story. There were no monumental denouements or peaks and valleys, and there's you saw things as they were transpiring, right?
yeah,
Um, and I think there was enough character development early on to hook you into the story. So I
Yeah.
appreciated that part. And you know, I'm a sucker as well as the next person for a good character story, and
Yeah.
this delivered 100% on that. Um, there were certain things in the plot that I didn't quite. You know, you had to. I don't think anybody's. I think the whole part of having the inspectors go on the boats, eh,
Yeah.
that was a tool to push the story forward, which
Sure.
I don't think is really happening. But who cares, right? That they had to have that plot, that point in the plot, to make the enormity of Ruby leaving
Like just that
more
much more
more
intense.
significant.
Right. I agree.
So, but yeah, I mean, I'm going to tell you, for some reason, it reminded me of two other movies. One of them was, and I don't laugh. One of them was Napoleon Dynamite
Oh,
because of the awkwardness of high school,
yeah.
right? And all that, and all those people in Napoleon Dynamite were a little oddballs trying to find their way.
Yeah.
And the other one was a movie called Breaking Away, which is
Mm.
about these kids in Indiana. That it's a cycling movie. If you haven't seen it, I really highly recommend it. But it's very similar to this about being outsiders wherever you are. You know,
Yeah.
so these guys,
Um,
these kids called cutters, are children of these people that used to work in the quarry, but they also live in a college town. So they're the ones that are on the outside, and all the
oh,
people who are in the college town are the ones that are the it crowd. So they're somewhat similar to this, but anyway.
I wish Atticus was here to talk about that this week too, because of that period where he was deaf or had lost his
Oh
hearing.
yeah,
How
yeah.
did
Um,
I not know about that?
I tell you what, that whole scene when so there's a couple of things. Oh, go ahead, Luke. You
yeah,
haven't
let's
given you a chance to.
Okay, well, I feel like I've seen this movie 1,000 times. I almost like knew exactly where the plot was going at every moment, and
oh yeah.
it was kind of I want to say lackluster, but I will add I was not gonna spend an Apple TV subscription, so I had to. Were the words were they supposed to have when they were signing to each other? Was there supposed to be like a
Subtitles?
subtitles?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
So you just missed sorry, so you missed everything that her family said to her that whole time?
I mean, I could interpret it pretty well with my
No,
eyeballs.
that's a huge disadvantage,
Really?
I think, because so many of the moments that absolutely obliterated me.
Well, I feel like I knew what they were saying though, based on their facial expressions. I feel like their acting
That's
was out of
really
this world.
interesting. That's really, really interesting, though. Oh, we lost that. But like, wow, that's fascinating. I can see how that would definitely make it harder to in just like get the emotion of the movie though. Because some of the things her mom was saying, like, so did you pick up on it? Okay,
I know some of it. I knew some of the sign language.
because there was one scene where her mom is like coming up to apologize to her, and she asks her mom, like, do you ever wish I was deaf? And her mom tells her that whole story.
Oh, okay,
Did
yeah, I probably
you
missed
see
that one.
that or hear that or well or read that?
I tried to look up stuff while I was watching the movie as well, like what they
Yeah.
were saying, but
Dang, Mookie, I'm sorry. Oh,
it was an Apple TV exclusive, so I watched it the way I could.
cute. Dang. Yeah, well, that would be a
Where'd Pops go?
huge issue. Dad just texted saying like he has internet issues.
Oh, okay.
But
Well,
oh my god, bud. Yeah, that's
I
how
did watch a lot of it and understood most of it. I understood most of what they were saying, not everything, of course, so because I'm not like fluent in
yeah,
sign
yeah.
language, but I had a brief overview of what was going on.
That's kind of like an immersive experience with it too, like feeling very much what they must feel, right? When
Yeah,
people are talking to each other and you just don't know.
it
And
was
I
definitely
feel
an interesting movie to watch without knowing what they were saying, but also at the same time knowing how they were feeling. because the actors and actresses in this movie
Oh,
were,
just
I will say, out of
wonderful.
this world, really good. The story though, I knew exactly where it was going. I almost could like completely predict everything,
Yeah.
and I feel like that's my only gripe is that I've watched this movie like 1,000 times.
It's so funny you say that too, because I think I was realizing I definitely relate to that feeling. And I think at one point I was realizing that I knew exactly where it was going and that the stakes seemed high, but also I was never worried. Like I felt very confident that she was going to get into the music school.
Hmm.
She was going to leave. She was going to get together with that guy. That like all of it. I knew it was all going to work out.
Hmm.
So I never was worried about that, but it didn't for some reason it didn't make it any less it pulled me in all the same. It pulled me in all the same. And it's interesting too because sometimes I think that we go through life um and you can look at other people's lives and sometimes there's like these big shifts or really big opportunities or like big dreams or big losses and terrible tragedies and so you start to think like well is my life hard or is my family like as supportive if you don't have like these huge monumental moments and I
You
kind
know,
of feel like this was a story about that
yeah,
every family has its things. I don't know.
yeah, I agree. So correct me if I'm wrong, but her dad was not supportive of her whatsoever until like he saw that other people enjoyed what she brought to the table.
Hey, did you guys ever lose connection?
No, we've
No.
been here the whole time.
Oh, good. Okay, so it's just I just went away for a little while.
Yeah, we were trying to piece some puzzle pieces together. Luke did not hear or read anything that the deaf people said the whole movie.
Huh?
When he rented his version, there were not subtitles when they were signing.
I rented it. Yep.
So Luke is at an extreme disadvantage
I didn't even know there were
because
supposed
he
to be
missed
subtitles.
yeah, of the four main characters, he three of
How is
them he
that
left
even possible?
out.
Well, Dad, when you don't pay the full price for a movie, you don't get the full experience sometimes.
Did you watch a bootlegged version on YouTube or
No, I
something?
didn't watch a bootleg version. I mean,
Huh.
it was like a legit quality version. It
How
just did not
weird.
have subtitles.
But you know it's interesting though. Um, so with that
Wait.
said, a couple of things. I thought the scene when at the music concert, I thought that was
Oh,
phenomenal.
I was just talking about that scene. Did you hear
Oh,
what I was saying?
no. What'd you
I was
say?
saying it was kind of suspect of her father to not be supportive the entire time until he was like, "Wow, all these other people like what she's doing. Maybe I'll decide to be supportive now." Like, I mean, maybe I didn't relate to that because I've always had you and Becky who have like supported me no matter what I did,
Yeah.
even when nobody liked it, even when it seemed like, insurmountable that anyone would ever like enjoy what I do. You guys have always
But
been
I
on my like you guys have always been kind of like my support, like, son, do whatever you want. We will support you 100% the whole way. And the dad was just kind of like, I don't get it.
I
And
think the
then he
mom
saw,
was more like that. The dad
really,
was under. I think the dad.
Yeah, because
I
there's a
think
whole
he was
fight
in
in
an
the
awkward position because he was trying to change things, knowing that fishing was going to be difficult and all that. So he was looking at the reality of things. Where I think the mom. I mean, one of the best lines is like, "If I was blind, would you paint me a picture?" Oh, you didn't hear that, or you didn't get that.
yeah, I think there's
Oh
a lot
shit.
of stuff that
Yeah, I mean, so she got the
yeah,
mom was all upset that she was going to try to learn to sing
like
because
her
why would you sing? Why we
of
can't hear
all the
you?
things. Like what and
well,
that's what I was
then
thinking
I'll
my
double
reaction
down.
would be is like of all the things that you could do with your life, you're choosing the one thing that I can't be a part of. Like
Yeah,
why? And then I had to tell myself like Ruby didn't choose that gift. That's just her gift.
right.
And that's the thing that lights her up. And it made me think like how many times in my life have I resented somebody else for finding joy that I didn't have anything to do with? And I think that that would be a really really hard. And that's why Luke I was trying to tell you about the conversation that Ruby's mom has with her. She like brings her that red dress for the concert, and Ruby asks her like, "Do you ever wish I was deaf?" And her mom tells her a whole story of how when Ruby was born, they were in the hospital and they ran a hearing test on her, and she was hoping that Ruby would be deaf, and that when she found out that she was hearing, her heart sank because she was afraid that they wouldn't be able to be close if Ruby could hear and she couldn't hear. And she's afraid that she would be a bad mom because
Right. Yeah,
couldn't
that was
do
the
anything.
line. The line was, I
Oh,
was worried that you were going to think I was a bad mother,
I kind of felt that from that scene as well when I watched it. I mean, you could tell on their face that they were like, I didn't know exactly what it was, but I feel like I feel like she
that's
definitely felt like guilty. I felt
Uh,
guilt from that scene.
well, you're missing. So,
You're
Luke,
missing so much. You're missing the whole movie.
Not the whole.
yeah, and so it's interesting that you have that perspective about her dad. I didn't feel that way at all.
No,
Well,
I think the
no,
dad was
literally
very.
at the recital, he was like twiddling his thumbs, like not carrying,
They
and then
can't
like
hear, dude.
Anything, and they're
what?
uncomfortable. I was angry with them, definitely. Like I
And
was. You
but
could
I
tell they
think
were
when the
nervous.
sound went out, that brought it all home. You all realized what their life was like,
Yeah.
and they're
Well,
seeing all this stuff going on. I don't know. I mean, they can't hear what's going on.
Yeah.
So I think so. One of the things that got me in that scene, I said, "Well, why isn't she doing sign language of the words of the song?"
Oh my god. And then in the audition,
and then she did, yeah.
Yeah, but
sayonara.
so
Sayonara.
Lisa had to tell me why she wasn't doing sign language because she didn't. She was like, I'm done
Embarrassed,
with
yeah.
this. I'm done with this. I'm not going to sign what's going on all the time." She had just had that whole scene with the family where she was like, you know, you guys are
Your
just
free
upset
interpreter.
because you're losing a free interpreter, and so she wasn't going to interpret what she was singing, and I didn't get that at the time. I was more like, this is really weird. Why wouldn't she just, yeah? And then at the end when she does sign, uh, yeah, it
Yeah.
was pretty good, pretty powerful.
I'm like hardly gonna be able to say it, but I feel like um the scene that did it for me is when they came back from the concert and she just like sang to her dad and he was like
Oh,
touching.
I really like that one too.
Yeah.
I lost. It was just so
That was a cute scene, I will say.
Yeah.
like that connection, like sharing a moment like that together. I just
I think one of the things that really got me over and over in the movie was how alone she must felt. How
yeah.
alone she must have felt, you know. I mean, even her brother, when her brother said, "Hey, we were fine before you came along," Don't try to be the hero over here. You go do what you got to do. But and it's like, Jesus, I'm just, what I, it's like you're alone, surrounded by family. It's got to be, yeah.
Yeah.
That was, I think, the difficult part for me. Um,
Have you felt that way?
oh yeah, I felt that way after our last recording.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So,
imagine, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, everybody else has these rules, and all of a sudden, like,
but
yeah,
but
yeah,
anyway, so that was, and what it was. There's a couple of other things. Alone and trapped. How she felt trapped, that she couldn't, you know, do what she wanted to do. Um, so Luke, you missed the line then when early in, which is one of my favorites, was when the mom got mad at her for listening to music at the dinner table, and then
Mhm.
and then the kid, the brothers on Tinder,
yeah.
and the Ruby says, "What? Tinder's okay, but listening to music isn't." And the mom said, "Tinder is something we can all do as a family."
That's funny. I didn't hear that.
I thought that was so funny. I
Yeah.
thought that was really cute.
Also, Ruby got like a really awful friend.
Oh, really? Just because she sleeps with her brother?
Well, it was like a boundary. She was like, "Hey, I got this boundary. Don't break this boundary." And then the friend was like,
They're
Yeah.
teenagers.
"Wait."
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
If I had asked like Qua to be like, "Hey, don't pursue my sister. She's like 8 years older than you."
Hey, what's wrong with that?
Uh,
What's
he probably
She's
he would have
robbing
just
the
been like, he
cradle.
would have been like, "Okay."
Yeah, fair enough. I that one didn't bother me so much because I really liked seeing Leo connect with somebody. So
Mhm.
I don't know. That one I get what you're saying.
Connect.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I did think. I mean,
Sure.
his character was also another one that was so challenged. You know, he wanted to like when he went to the bar with the other fishermen and stuff, and like everybody's around laughing. What am I supposed to do? Have a beer? Can nobody was making an effort
To
to
like
write
loosen
things and say, hey, look, this is what we're saying. Oh, this is, so once again, this whole isolation that they would feel. So
Yeah.
I did notice that it's like a very like lonely world because pretty much everybody, right? Um, who can hear doesn't think about adapting themselves to people who can't hear.
right,
But
Yeah.
also, I don't think everyone has the time either, because like not in like the way that like you could write something down. Like anyone can do that, right? But not everyone has the time to learn a whole new language just to
Yeah.
adapt to a very small minority of people. And I feel like for that minority of people, it's very tough because you have to live with that like knowledge that,
Yeah.
and the experience of not everyone being able to interact with you.
Oh, you bet.
yeah.
Because I can interact with almost anyone, right?
Well, and
But
that's what
one of the
was
things I read, so I wanted to look up a couple of things in terms of sign language, and sure, there's the alphabet that's the American standard sign language. There's the alphabet that pretty set. But then other symbols of what they can mean is a little different. And so people can like that family would have had their own symbols that they would use to mean certain things.
oh, you can create
And
kind of
that's so did you notice the symbol that she gave? I can't do it, but
at
she
the
gave
end. Yeah. I
yes.
was like, wait, that's different because we say I love you like this all the time. So I was like, well, what is that one? What does that mean?
I really love you.
That's why I told Chuck, I was like, could it be like I love you more? Or
Yeah.
like
Yeah, I really love you.
that's like a big one. Oh
Yeah. So
man, because of course, the God damn it. But when they're hugging and then the dad says, go, like I lost it. I really, really like felt a connection to her dad's character. Like
yeah.
for some reason, there's something maybe he kind of reminds me of Mark and my Chuck's dad.
Mm,
And like, I don't know, it's like and thinking like you want to provide for your family, but like fishing's all you know how to do.
that's
And
it.
at his age, how do you start over? Like
Right.
how do you all of that I really, really felt for him, but also I just thought he was so funny and
Oh yeah.
so
Oh yeah, full of character. I did
almost
like the dad a lot.
so he like made me laugh the most and then he also like impacted my heart the most. Like and the I don't know, it did I loved all of it. I love that music teacher so much.
So a little bit of history. So
Yeah.
Marlee Matlin, the mom,
Okay, yeah.
she won an Academy Award for Children of a Lesser God, a movie that they
Really?
did with William Hurt. So she was the first person to win an Academy Award, a deaf person to win an Academy Award. So, and if you haven't seen that, that's a good movie too. I would
Wow.
highly recommend that. But then, um, Holly Hunter won an Academy Award for the piano, where she didn't speak in that either. She was all sign language.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. So that was,
Especially when Holly Hunter has her voice is such a big part of her.
yeah.
Don't you think?
Hmm. Oh, yeah. So,
Damn. Yeah.
and that movie was directed by Jane Campion, who did,
Oh,
um,
Jesus. Car of the Dog.
yeah. So the piano. So watch
Soul.
the piano and then watch, or you don't need to watch it again, but watch the piano. And I was like, oh my God, can this be from the same director?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
I've got to say, I find the rewatchability of this movie a 10 out of 10 for me. It's a very,
Well, I'm gonna say a 10 out of 10 too, since I didn't get it all.
yeah, you're gonna have to watch it. Totally, Lukey. Oh my God. It's so funny. Like I think this has a good spot on like my comfort, need a cry
yeah.
without it being too devastating. You know what I mean? Because sometimes those movies that are a cry, it's like, oh my God, this person
Yeah. It's too much.
dies, it's too much. So this is like I can handle it, but it opens up the faucet of tears when I need it, I bet. So
Yeah.
I
I wouldn't put it quite 10 out of 10 on a rewatchability, but I would watch it again. Yeah. Maybe 6 or 7, somewhere in there.
sure.
But I don't feel like the story was so complex that there was
yes,
something that I missed.
you missed
So
the whole like when you were gone. I was talking to Eliza about how like I had seen this movie like 1,000 times, and I pretty much knew exactly where it was going.
Yeah.
And
But I
even
like
even
that.
without hearing it, I knew. Yeah,
Yeah.
I knew
uh,
she was. We knew she was gonna go to college. We knew she was gonna,
That never felt like it was actually there was a possibility that she wouldn't.
right.
That never felt real. And maybe it's because too, like what was in the trailer. Like when you watch the trailer, you see her driving away with her hand out the window saying, I love you.
Mhm.
So you're like, okay, so she's definitely going. It's just like
She could have been going to school.
what's the story? Yeah.
Hey, what's your T-shirt have on, Eliza?
It says,
Oh,
David
nice.
Bowie.
I'll tell you what, that was something about that the music in the movie, the selection that the music teacher kept having him do and sing was
oh,
outstanding. Starman, ooh,
oh my
yeah.
God, when I heard them starting to sing that at the concert, that little nerdy chunky guy. Oh my God, he was so cute.
Hot take. I think Starman's overused in movies. There's
Well, it's
so many movies with Starman in it.
Ooh, where? What?
The Martian.
Oh,
I
who's
heard
in the
it.
mon-
It's one of those things maybe where you notice you hear it a lot, but you can't quite think exactly what all those movies are.
Got it. That's a good movie.
It's
It's a good song.
a
I
good
mean,
song.
it's a good song. It's a good song. I just think it's a little bit overused.
It
Okay.
immediately makes me feel emotional anytime I hear it. Like it sounds cinematic when I'm listening to it, so I'm not surprised it's used so often.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, but like when he also when the music teacher told her, you know, after she sang it, he's like, it's not sand and glue. You know,
Right. Yeah.
I got
I like how she kept calling him Bob.
oh my God. I know, like the whole
Bob, come
thing.
here.
Bob, come here. Yeah, it's so funny. So funny.
So
I was gonna say there's not a single person in the movie I didn't like, but that's not true.
I
I
hated the feds.
oh my God, the feds, the fucking Coast Guard. But like I the girl, oh, what's that?
Oh, it's just two burning cop cars. It says
Oh,
all great change is preceded by chaos.
brother.
oh, so you think we should light
All
cop
right.
cars on fire?
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. Legally, I can't say that.
Uh,
I
If they're
well,
empty, I mean, I can't say that still.
I
anyway, let's move on.
oh well, okay, but we can talk about that later too. I just have had such different experiences, like cops, and I know it's because I took
Eliza, if you could see yourself right now.
I'm, a, I'm such a mess. I'm sorry. I'm so unprofessional to come to
That's all right.
a
No,
podcast like
you
this.
look perfect just the way you are.
Thank you guys.
But
Uh,
yeah, both sides now. That's a perfect song for the story, right? Because she has to see the life from her family's eyes and hers, and then she's got to move forward. So
Yeah, yeah, totally. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Let me.
Peter going wild, or was that
No,
Owen?
wow, was
that
that
was both
Owen?
of them.
They're
They
both.
both were going nuts. They went. That's how I woke
Oh,
up this morning. Is they were barking nonstop for, I kid you not,
oh, nice.
like almost 40 minutes.
Dang.
All right, so are we ready for the thumbs up, thumbs down?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
I
there's
don't.
not
I
much to talk about if we're missing one person and the other person only got half of the dialogue. So
I got the
Okay,
physical. I got more deeper experience because I had to interpret.
you had an immersive
I
experience.
had a I had an immersive experience. I know what it's like to be them. Okay.
yeah. Hey, that's very good perspective. So I'm giving it a thumbs up, no doubt, no
Yeah,
doubt about it.
I give it a thumbs. I'll put it
Yeah,
right there since I
So I,
missed some stuff.
I'm giving it a thumbs up too. Oh, I guess the boys are here.
uh,
So yeah, no, I'm giving it a thumbs up too.
scale of 1 to 10.
That's so hard. I'd have to watch it again. Clyde, hi. Do you want to come say hi real quick?
Hey, hi.
Clyde, this is my dad, Lewis.
Oh,
And this is my little brother, Luke.
hi,
Hello,
Spider-Man.
Clyde.
And this is Clyde. Clyde, you want to tell him what next weekend is?
My birthday.
Oh,
Whoa.
wow.
How old? Fourth
What we got?
birthday.
My fourth
Fourth birthday. Oh, we got Thomas.
Awesome.
Boy, come on in. Say hi to my parents. Well, this is my dad, Lewis.
Pikachu.
This is
Pikachu all
my
the
dad,
way.
Luke.
How
Give
are
them-
you?
They can't see you silly goose.
Hello. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I like that T-shirt.
Thanks.
Me
But
too.
Mom, how was the
I don't know
arcade?
about the hat, but the T-shirt's good.
Oh, please.
There was bowling there.
There was? Did you guys bowl?
Yeah. And I got soda.
Soda?
Yeah, and I was hungry and I got mac and cheese. Yeah.
Wow, that's a big day. Well, cool. All right, well, I'm going
That's
to
a
wrap up
big
my
day.
call and then we can play if you guys want.
It's a big day.
Hi. Glad you guys
Bye.
are back. See you in a little bit.
All right. I'll give it a 6.5. I mean,
I'd have to watch it again when I'm a little bit more emotionally stable. I really can't, like, because also comparing it to the movies, there wasn't a time where I saw a shot and I was like, oh my God, this is so beautiful. It's like
right.
Yeah.
in my mind
was-
forever. There weren't really any twists. It felt so real. I think the story and how it was, the acting, all of that, it pulled me in and I really felt something, which I think is the point of art, right? But like to rate it, especially against Paddington 2, which is my 10 out of 10.
Paddington 2 is a work of art.
I mean,
Really.
that's a perfect film.
Truly, yeah.
So I'd say probably 6.97.
All right.
I'll give it a 7.
I want to give it a 5. That's neutral for
Well,
me because
this
I
is-
haven't. I honestly can't even give you a proper score since. But I do feel like the plot of the movie is like a 4 or a 3. I think the acting is like a 10.
Yeah. Yeah. It
Yeah.
is
The dialogue,
kind of
okay,
all
now
over
that-
the place like that,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Well,
The
I didn't
dialogue,
even
I don't
check,
know.
but I didn't know. I wonder if the well, I guess she would have not been a supporting role, so I
Should
can
we
see
look
that.
At awards real quick? I could pull that up.
Ruby, I don't think she was nominated for anything, which she should have been, but it would have been for Best Actress because she was the lead actress in the movie. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd have been tough to go against
so
in
I
the
think
Academy
you would have
Awards.
been surprised to hear that like if I'd watched it and then somebody told me it was Best Picture, I think I would have been pretty
pissed.
Yeah,
Sorry.
she was gonna have to go against Jessica Chastain, one of the best actresses of all
Oh
time.
my gosh. You guys, have you seen Scenes from a Marriage or Scenes of a Marriage?
No, is that with
Oh my
what's his
gosh.
noodle?
Jessica Chastain and Oscar Isaac.
Oh,
It is
I
spectacular.
love Oscar Isaac.
You
Oscar Isaac
guys,
is
I
like my
really-
favorite.
Yeah, it's HBO Max, which I don't
Oh, I
know.
got
if you guys-
that. I got that.
Yeah.
I got that.
It's intense. Like it's intense for sure, but it is. I was on the edge of my seat. It's really excellent acting, and I also learned that Oscar Isaac and Jessica Chastain, they were actually classmates at Juilliard.
Love you. See you later.
Oh,
At
wow.
Jul-
Hi,
You
at
could
everybody.
really hear
Juilliard.
that kiss. Holy cow. I feel like I was the lips.
Well, I'll check it out.
Okay, I'm looking at IMDb, it's an 8 out of 10 score for
Oh, I have a question.
CODA. What?
Is this an Oscar-winning movie, or did it have like tropes and things that people like would like latch onto that would give the Academy just a good, hey, good job, Academy?
I think we were just like, we needed a feel-good film this year, I think is what happened. I don't know. What else was nominated this year?
What else
The
was
Power of
nominated?
the
Here,
Dog.
I'll pull it up. Give me 1
I
second.
think
I
this
already
picks The Power of the Dog out of the fucking water.
Belfast.
Power of the Dog is one of the best executed terrible movies ever. Like, it's gorgeous costumes, beautiful location. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if I could not have cared less, I could
Oh,
not
yeah.
have had
It
more
was
questions
horrible.
and fewer answers. Like, it was just like, what are we doing here?
I didn't watch that one, so I have no clue.
Troy Kotzer, who I believe plays the dad. Yep.
Yep.
Troy Kotzer, he was the first. Hold on. He was nominated for Best Supporting Actor, and he became the first deaf actor to win an Oscar. Oh, he won!
Yeah. You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, he deserves it. Like, oh my God. That to
Yeah.
me, I'm like, definitely.
Yeah. It was good.
But
Here-
okay, so here are the other nominees for Best Picture. Don't Look Up, which I will say I enjoyed that movie, but not an Oscar winner.
No.
That's a loser. Drive My Car, I haven't seen that one.
Oh, that's on my list to pick if nobody else does first.
Really? Is it
Yeah.
good?
I don't know. I haven't seen it. I just really
Oh.
want to watch it.
Dune, which also I don't think should have won an
Dune,
Oscar.
again, you could almost
Cinematically, a cool
gorgeous,
experience,
but
right?
what the fuck
Yeah.
was going on? Like,
I don't know. I mean, I know, but I don't know.
I was so confused the whole time. Okay, so
King Richard.
I haven't
Did you
seen
see
I
it.
haven't seen it, but that was nominated for Best Picture.
That was
Well,
nominated
yeah,
for Best
Will
Picture.
Smith won Best Actor for that.
Yeah. I was about to say, I was like, I don't know if you should be just like writing that one off. This one might be like insanely good. Did you see The Pursuit of Happiness?
I did, but that's a different movie.
I know,
That's
but
what-
Will
hold
Smith
on, I
was so
can
good
show
in that
you.
one.
Look at my
I'm not saying anything about Will Smith.
my coworker Ben.
Licorice Pizza?
I haven't seen that
I've been
yet.
wanting to watch
I
that.
heard Licorice Pizza was really good, but it
Well,
was a
that's-
really niche pick to win.
You see this?
Yeah.
No.
I can't.
He said, "Oh my God, this is me trying to make it through this day, knowing it's your last day." I was like, "That's so sweet."
Nightmare
Uh,
Alley.
Who?
Which one is this
Nightmare
one?
Alley. Okay, interesting. Would you guys ever want to do a series? Like, pick a series. I know that Nightmare Alley is a movie, but would you guys ever want to watch like
Better
a
Call Saul.
television series together?
Better Call Saul.
I've not seen that.
I thought we were gonna do Attack on Titan.
Yeah, that's
Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titans. We can do, but we can do it in a one episode at a time kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was thinking because I've been re-listening to Binge Mode.
Oh, dude, I would love to watch Attack on Titan. I would love to do live episodes of watching it with you guys
Oh.
because I honestly want to see your reactions in real time.
How late? How long are they? They're 30 minutes.
They're 30-minute episodes.
What is Attack on Titan? Was this something you guys talked about last time?
This was
Like,
like what we
last
talked
week?
about at the beginning of the podcast. I'm pretty sure when we
Cool.
started.
About adding Attack on Titans as a subplot to whatever movie we reviewed. Then we did a
Oh
quick.
my God. Are you guys serious?
Yeah.
Hey,
anime.
don't write it off just because it's animated. Spirited Away is one of the greatest films of all time. Also, this show has higher ratings than Breaking Bad. Higher ratings than
Movie
Breaking
Club?
Bad. Huh?
Movie Club has higher ratings than Breaking Bad.
Come on, Dad.
I'm trying.
honest with ourselves here.
But to pivot entirely to an anime watch podcast is not what I
It's
was signing
once.
for.
It's not pivot. It's like do both simultaneously.
Yeah, it's just like that's not quite what I signed up for. I'm like I thought we were gonna be watching like Wes Anderson movies.
Okay,
Yeah.
Eliza,
You're
hear
not
me out.
Paddington too.
Eliza, hear me out, right?
I'm listening.
You're willing to starve yourself of the single greatest piece of fiction ever written just because it's an anime. Think about that. What if I wrote you off just because of the color of your skin? Who would I be?
I'd
A
be like an
racist.
idiot because I'm like we have the same.
What
A
if I was
racist.
blind and you wanted to paint me a picture?
You guys, I get it. But can we admit that maybe we've been really into a certain type of cinema collectively, and then once a month I get to pick a movie I would be interested in watching?
Well, how about this? How about I
Maybe
forfeit?
Dad.
I'll forfeit my movie pick so that we can watch Attack on Titan. So you get
I'm gonna be
two.
watching
You get
13
two.
of your movie picks.
It's not a movie though. It's
Not
30
fair play
minutes.
to all. I should be able to pick every single movie of Movie Club if we're also watching I'll watch it with you guys, but I also answer me this, Luke. How many episodes is it going to take for me to get into it?
Like two.
Okay. So if
All right.
by the time I'm done with the second episode and I'm like, yeah, I'm good on a third, I can drop out.
Actually, I honestly would say just the opening scene. Literally,
too.
the opening sequence is like insane.
All right. We'll readdress this.
I mean, I'll do it. I'm
To be
just saying,
determined.
Can we acknowledge that there's been a bit of a pattern in the types of movies that we're watching and maybe like what culture they're coming from, which I'm not saying is an issue.
Like
I'm just
3
saying
weeks.
that it's
Better
not.
watch it. So we got into trouble last time.
And I will say,
Hold up
Is it-
a yellow sign. Like, whoa, we're getting a little off track. Like red, yellow, green, red, yellow.
Oh, Eliza! Damn it, we can't broadcast. You can't post this one either now.
Oh,
The
geez.
fuck?
do you think
No.
that it might be a little bit self-centered in the world to think that this place has the best that America has the best of like all entertainment?
Yeah, I do think it would be a little small-minded. But
I
so
think
we're just
that the
picking
best
one other
entertainment actually comes
continent
out.
to go off of. It's not like we're doing like Russian and Mexican and fucking Canadian films.
Fucking Canadian.
Yeah, we've done
Why do you have to
Korean
drop
and
the
then
F-bomb on the Canadians?
Japanese. I'd like to do some French films if
Great.
at
I
all
love that
possible.
too. Totally. But also I would love to not, and I think now at this point, Paddington's the only movie that hasn't had subtitles.
Do you not remember
The
Waking Life?
Commitments didn't have
No.
subtitles.
That's right. The Commitments didn't. Waking Life, Luke. No, I don't. I
Oh,
couldn't
Waking
even
Life
look,
didn't have subtitles.
I couldn't even look at the screen during Waking Life. It was making me so motion sick.
Yeah,
Well, I
that's
couldn't
not
even hear what the words that they were saying were in
Well,
this one.
that's not on me, man.
I couldn't have heard them anyway.
It's all your freaking budget rental.
Budget.
How
it's all good.
how
It's
much
all
did it cost to rent? 16 cents? I mean,
No, it was free.
oh.
good. Well, you paid a price though.
I did pay fair
What I'm
price.
saying
An
what
hour
I'm
and 52
saying
minutes of my life.
is that I'm down to watch.
What if we
Attack
just did a test episode this week?
Just watch the first episode, Eliza. I'll watch it too.
That's fine. That's fine. I just
Okay.
It is the highest rated TV show of all time. I think
All right.
here, look. I'm gonna pull it up. Can I share my screen?
Can you
Okay.
share your screen? I don't know. Can you?
it might be a little glitchy.
Do you have a share
Yeah, give me a second.
tab at the bottom?
Uh-huh.
Oh. Yeah, share.
Yeah, I'm not trying to say there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying that it's not my first choice. Like if it was up to me and what I would choose to watch, just based on my taste and like what I know I like, I wouldn't choose these movies. So it's getting a little hard to. Does it get hard for anybody else to get like pumped up for the picks of the week when you're like not sure if you're gonna enjoy it, or
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna enjoy
guys see it?
Yeah,
Look at
yeah.
TV episode rating count. At least 1,000 sorted by IMDb rating. First,
Wait.
Osmandius, Breaking Bad, amazing episode. Oh, Attack on Titan. Oh, Attack on Titan again. And then we go down a little bit, down a little.
Clone Wars.
Game of Thrones. Another Attack on Titan.
See, because where I'm at is like I'd
Attack
love to
on
watch
Titan.
Game of Thrones.
Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan. Look at how many of these are up here. Another one.
All right.
We get
It
it.
is one
it.
of the greatest of all time.
Yeah, it's also a cartoon.
Okay, well, I honestly think that throwing away animation is just so smooth brain.
It's also a cartoon.
You got me. I'm sorry.
It's a cartoon.
I'm gonna watch it.
Okay. All right.
Disrespectful.
All right. With that said,
You guys watched Paddington, which is also a cartoon,
It's
right?
not a
pretty-
cartoon. No, that's a live action
no,
film.
that's a cartoon.
That's not a cartoon.
Okay.
Clyde's on the other side of this, which is why I'm laughing. He says, "Boop."
Oh.
He's coming up to scare me. So
So
I'm sorry. You're right. I really want to be clear. I'm not trying to say that anime isn't good or like foreign
I don't even
films
watch
aren't-
anime. This is the only one I like.
This is the only one you like.
so
Yeah,
this
is
is
the only one I will
hey.
watch and recommend to people.
so here's the thing. It's Luke's pick
Yeah,
this week.
No.
So
for sure. I mean, like I'm totally down, and I'm down to watch an
Wait, is it
episode.
my
Like,
pick?
yeah, it's your pick. I think it was
Wait.
gonna be Couscous, but he's not here. So
Oh shit!
skip.
I thought I picked the last movie.
No. I had Rashomon, and then it
Then
was
I
Memories
picked
of a
Memories of
Murder.
Murder.
Memories of Murder. Oh, so is it my turn?
I had nothing prepared, but we can watch. We can just. Yeah, what if
Yeah,
we
so
watch
it'd
the
either
first
be
two episodes?
Alice or
What if we watch the first 2 episodes of Attack on Titan?
No, we're not gonna do that. Okay, since it's my
How many
since it,
episodes?
since it turns out to be my pick, this is what we're gonna watch.
Oh, jeez.
Shut up.
But I'll watch. When are we supposed to have our first Attack on Titans one done?
I'm down whenever.
All right. God, my nose is so red. I'm such a mess. Ugh, my whole face, I feel so puffy.
Okay, here we go. Hold on.
Hold up.
Waiting intently. Ready.
Chair.
What do you think of my new setup, Eliza? No
I
bed.
think it looks pretty dope. So you switched your bed over to one side, or like how did it evolve?
So I just moved it out of my. Oh shoot! I moved it out of my room so I could put one of these things on.
Oh, sick.
I'm in the metaverse.
Watch the trailer, but in that thing.
Look at my NFT.
Tony Bennett's Cold, Cold Heart was on everybody's hit parade. Elizabeth Taylor was getting married. Boys wore ducktails. The police action in the Far East was Korea. And Anarene, Texas, like other small towns, is approaching the end of an era.
I heard about the ball game last night. 121-14. Must be pretty near record.
What you think he'd do if he found us?
Shoot us, probably.
But Mama, it's a sin, isn't it? Unless you're married, you know I wouldn't do that.
Don't be so mealy now.
Tough it out! Tough it out! You gotta be men like the rest of them. Ain't none of you pretty enough to be women. You boys can get on out of here. I don't want to have no more to do with you. I've been around that trashy behavior all my life. I'm getting tired of putting up with it.
Oh, quit prissing. I don't think you did it right anyway. Honey?
What?
That's a lie.
I'll stay with her all night one of these nights, too. She done promised.
You won't either.
Yes, I will. Why shouldn't I?
I'm not sorry for you. You'd have left Billy too, just like you left me. I bet you left him plenty of nights. Whenever JC whistled.
So long, buddy.
So long, Dwayne. Be careful. I'll take care of the mercury for you.
I'll see you in a year or two if I don't get shot.
You wouldn't believe how this country's changed. I reckon the reason why I always drag you out here is probably I'm just as sentimental as the next fella when it comes to old times. Old times.
Anarene, Texas, 1951.
What's that?
Nothing much has changed.
Dad, is this a movie again?
Trailer, or is this?
It's a movie.
Well, I hope it's better than the trailer. That
That's
was.
funny. I thought when he said I like the old times much as next fella, I was like, yeah, so does Dad.
It's a good movie. You guys need to watch it.
Could you tell us, since it was pretty difficult to glean from the trailer, what is this movie about?
It's about a small town in Texas and about how things are changing. And, it's the people that are living there and what they're having to do to adapt to the change.
Sounds good.
Well,
How was Texas changing?
You'll see in the movie.
Okay, you're right.
So
Are
that's
those-
my pick. The Last Picture Show.
Are those fellas gay?
Oh my God.
Yeah, it did sound like it. It sounded like they were having a little
No.
spoinky.
Just
spoink
watch the
time.
movie, please.
Oh, okay. Sorry. It's just usually in a trailer you get some sense of what. It's okay. We'll go
Yeah.
in.
I also might not be here next weekend.
Well,
I'm gonna be here, but my girlfriend's gonna be in town.
should we? Because I think
But I
Chuck
can- I'll
might
be
be camping, and then Clyde's birthday party's here. So should we try doing a Monday? Are you guys
Can't
off
do it
on
Monday.
I'm off on Monday. I'm off all next week.
I can't do it. I got to do it Sundays.
What
okay.
about?
Well, then should we?
I'll
The
try to
only
make it
day
work.
that
I'll
works
try.
is Sunday, Dad.
What?
The only day that works is Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay, then I think we might have to move it just to the Sunday after this next one.
Okay. 2 weeks.
Is that all right with you guys?
I'm with me.
Eliza, can I make one small request?
Yeah,
Can you
absolutely.
can you please watch the first episode? It's so good.
Yeah, no, I will for sure. I promise. I promise.
Just give it a chance.
I thought
Okay.
you were gonna say something like, "Could you maybe like run a comb through your hair or
No, no.
put on a little
Just a little
rouge?"
makeup, please.
I will watch it with
Put
you.
on some
If you have a
sunglasses.
time, if you have a time where you can watch it, I would love to watch it with you.
I
Hell
think
yeah.
what you should do, I
I'm
think
on
you should
this whole
actually
week.
watch 2 episodes.
I do think that the first two really are like the hook.
You need both.
Gotcha.
I'll watch it. And Dad, you've seen this?
I started. I think I got 2 episodes in.
Actually, I don't know if the first
interesting.
two
And
are.
you didn't feel compelled to keep going? That's so odd.
It might be 3 episodes. I think it might be 3 episodes when you really, really feel this movie or this.
I knew it. I fucking knew this is. But you know what? If you feel this passionately, Liz, I'll do it.
knew it.
I'll watch it. I will.
Okay.
No, it's so good. And so what I think is the craziest part is that every season it just
There's more than one season.
it turns up to 1,000, and you're like, well, I'm so in the dark, and they're like, oh well, here's what you were in the dark about, and then you're like, well, I am still in the dark.
I'm still in the dark. Okay, got it.
All right. Well, given
Wow.
the fact that you guys already have a negative tone going into the Last
I'm
Picture Show,
gonna
it
tell you right now.
might be nice to have a backup.
I think this is how it works. When you pick,
Yeah.
everybody deals with whatever that person picks.
Yeah, everybody's got to deal with it. I'm just
deal
gonna.
with it.
I will say, Dad. Movies that have been around for a long time tend to not have learned all of the lessons that every other movie has with those old movies.
The movie was made in 1972. It's not like
Oh, really? It looked like it was from 1831.
Yeah, it did look pretty old. I honestly thought it was from the 18th century.
before.
We're just kidding.
All
Can
right.
Dad, could you tell me one of the things that you love about just to get myself excited? Like
Yeah, just to
what
get us
is
pumped.
something that you think is like really special about it that we should pay attention to?
I mean, you thought the characters and character development in CODA was good.
Yeah.
This is to the next level.
Okay.
And the writing and simple storyline. Really not that simple. It's it's pretty
Complex.
complex. But yeah, it's that's part that's part of
Cool.
it. Just good writing and good acting and good storytelling overall. So
Beautiful.
all righty. All right, folks. That'll wrap it up for this week's
I forgot we were
review.
recording this whole time.
What?
I said I forgot we were recording this whole time. I
Oh.
just was
All right, that's going to end the recording.